Hey, what's going on, guys? Raiderpint here, back through it. Today we're on One Shot MC for another cannon showcase. Now what we have here is one cannon that I made recently. It is a 3-second button spammer. So pretty much what a button spammer is there's no auto sand comp and there's no technical timer here. So I'll be sitting here pressing the button every couple of seconds and it'll fire for those seconds. It's a fusion, it's an adjustable X, Y, and Z. It can go up to Y255, but I don't have it at Y255 because I want to showcase the auto as much as I can. It's a pseudo and a fusion, so all that fancy stuff. So it's quite the cannon. I tried to make it somewhat compact. I don't know if I succeeded on that, but I tried, yeah. But overall, it's a pretty good cannon. I'll explain some different concepts that I used in this actual cannon. So yeah, before we shoot, I'm going to show how to actually adjust it. So right here, you can see how the cannon is set up. Now everything will shoot to right here at this block right here, and the power right here will shoot it up here, and then following triangles, it'll go up first, and then this way, and then towards the wall. Now, in order to adjust this, I can do / move 20 up. Gonna go 20 blocks upwards. I can do more if I want, but not now. And then I can move this over towards the wall, which I'll be shooting at, and right there seems about right. And it should be right because if I can fly straight and hit the wall, then it's right. Perfect, like that. So to go up, hit this block, hit that block, and then go that way. These can be adjusted in any way, shape, or form. Go up, go down, move that over that way, move that over that way. Either way, it can really be adjusted anywhere. So, we're going to have it auto for a couple of shots here. Obviously, it doesn't have that many shots because it's not an auto sand comp. It's a button spammer, so people would be up here scamming in sand while you're shooting. So, it would hopefully not run out of sand. But yeah, so it only has like 6 shots in it without anyone reloading it. So yeah, we're gonna fire it here, and you're gonna see it. It's quite the somewhat laggy, but not horribly laggy. And as I said, this cannon can go to Y255. And it pseudos the other shot to save TNT as well. So it's not quite out of TNT. It's not TT, but it's the stack sand. Yeah, right there. There you go. Now it's out of sand. Just come down here. You want to make sure you don't fastball the cannon. Okay. So with the without anyone refilling it, it went. Let's see here. Looks like it went not 20, 10 walls. It went 10 walls without anybody refilling it, so it can go pretty far without anything being refilled within it. But once it runs out of sand, as you saw there, it kind of just stacked like, I don't know, I think 20, or no, not 20, like 12 at a time, because there's 12. It was using this sand right here from the one tick reusable sand comp. So yeah, it's kind of how that was going. But as you saw, it was about 3 seconds per shot, and as you can see here, it is a pseudo, so you can see the holes in the wall. Not a whole lot of holes in the wall, due to the fact that it has to shoot somewhat fast. I could do it a lot of holes in the wall, but I didn't feel like I needed to. I mean, it's cool and all, but no point. But continue to the whole concept of the actual cannon. Now I'm gonna paste in the sand real quick. Okay, there we go. And this is a pseudo, pretty basic, pretty straightforward. To save space, I kind of just put it within the sand comp. It works fine, works perfectly fine. So that's all good. So as I explained, this is a 3-second auto. So meaning that it needs to shoot fast, obviously. And that's faster than TNT explodes at. So we need to do this little falling TNT thing here, and then into here. So what this is doing is the TNT is actually, this is ticking off every 3 seconds because it's a 3-second auto, which makes sense, right? So it goes up every 3 seconds. So what happens is the TNT will fall down, it'll land on these blocks, everything will compress into the one block that it's on. So This is like what, 12 high dispensers? All those 12 high dispensers and a lot of TNT will be compressed into this one high TNT block right here. Once it's all compressed down, then it will, all these pistons will retract and allow the TNT to drop down, and then the boosters will compress all the TNT to over here. During that, the next round of TNT will be coming down here, compressing to the same thing over and over and over again. This setup is quite literally the exact same as this setup. They're almost identical actually, with some minor changes, but yeah, we're gonna showcase that real quick. It'll keep shooting. I'll do one shot first so you guys can see it. So you'll see the TNT falling down. So you can see it compresses, drops down, and then does that. So obviously if it were to kept going in auto, it would do that over and over again, as we will see right here. It'll fall down, and then the next shot will compress, the next shot will compress, the next shot will compress. So it's pretty cool actually. One of the main reasons why I did this is because I did that because what happened is if I didn't have pistons there, I would have to make this a lot higher up. So like this is only I think 14 blocks above the pistons. I think 12 blocks above the pistons. So yeah, 14 I guess from the ground. If I were to do it like without the pistons, it would have to be, I would think, around 30 blocks or 25 blocks above the actual frame. And that's not good, because if I were to do that, then I would have to limit the actual height of the cannon, because then this would be exceeding a certain height limit, and then in order to actually have the TNT reach all the way up to that height limit, I would need more TNT in the power, and it's not something I want to do, and it used a lot of extra TNT that's not needed. So as I said, this is an exact copy of this, or vice versa, whatever. With the whole pistons, I just have it wired up to the power, or to the hammer. Directly to it, pistons will push it down, travel the signal downwards, and at a certain time frame. These are offset with different ticks, because if I were to set them all at the same time, then it would mess each other up. That would explode this. It's just not what you want at all. So yeah, like I said, exact copy, same thing. Yeah. I also have this kind of setup for the power for the hammer and the one-shot TNT. So this is the power, this is the booster that shoots all the hammer one-shots and one-shot sand and the one-shot TNT into this little area over here. And it's just set up right here. It's the same thing. I can show you. It's the same exact thing. It'll drop down. Yeah. So it's very nice. It works extremely well and uses up a lot less space. That's what I was kind of going for, is the efficiency of space. So yeah. This is the one-shot sand. The hammer shoots into this and then shoots to over here. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. Now the sand comp. So the sand comp is on alternating sand comps, because if I were to do one sand comp, I would have to be, it's just a lot more work, okay? It's just simply a lot more work to do just one sand comp, and it would pack a lot less shots. So two sand comps alternating is just a lot easier and better for the cannon. So these are two identical sand comps in virtually every single way, except this isn't here on this side, obviously. Yeah, identical sand comps, nothing really different about them. They're the exact same thing. I'm pretty sure they are 21 long each. Yeah, 21 long each sand comps. So decently long, but it works perfectly. The sand drops 12 blocks of sand into the cobwebs before it gets shut off and cut off, and so no more sand can fall into it, obviously. So how is it alternating? Well, we have T flip-flop here. What happens is, let's say I'm going to disable this so it doesn't actually fire this. When I press this button, what will happen is it'll flip-flop. If I do press it again, it'll go to the other side, press it again, other side, whatnot. And when I have it do that, it goes to different sand comps. So you can see it just went off onto this sand comp, and then if I fire it again, it'll go off into this sand comp. So this is the setup. I don't know, pretty basic, I guess. Nothing too complex at all. Pretty much what it's doing is I'm having the actual power, like the certain side. You can see it's staying on, and that's not good for a sand comp if you don't know. So you need to fast pulse it so it doesn't keep the signal there, because without this, what would happen is it would just remain on, and then your sand comp would remain on, and it's just not what you want at all. So yeah, it gets fast pulse, and since it does still need a button timing, I have what's it called, a pulse extender, redstone extender, whatever you want to call it. It pretty much just extends the actual length of the signal out to a full button's length. So it's just 4, 4, and 2, and that is the button's length, and it'll act like a button then and trigger everything else like a button. Exact same thing over here, pretty much, pretty straightforward. They both go into their boosters back here, which do not need the piston, because these are going off the exact same TNT fire rate. So once this explodes, like pretty much almost exactly after this one explodes, it'll pulse again, and no interference at all. This is the slab bust, very ghetto setup. It's just 3 slab bust, 3 slab bust, pretty basic, like so. Okay, and up like that. So all this comes together extremely fast. As I said, it's a fusion, and in fusions, everything, the power needs to be 2 ticks apart. So as you can see there, exact same setup except, oh, whoops. Exact same setup except this one right here. You can see that's 2 more. This one's 2 less than that one, obviously. So they are offset by a little bit. So the first time, the first hammer, or the first power, this one right here, it'll shoot the sand and the slab bust and the pseudo. And the other half of the hammer or power is this one right here, and this will shoot the hammer, one-shot sand, and one-shot TNT. So it all comes together quite rapidly. The shot is extremely fast. Everything gets to this extremely fast. These boosters, they shoot the sand over there, and then literally, I think 2 ticks later, the power goes off and then shoots it up here to this whole thing. And yeah, it's pretty intense. It's quite the intense cannon. Pretty big, pretty big. I think we're gonna do a little release of this cannon, maybe at like 20 likes, maybe? Yeah, that sounds about right. So, yeah. This cannon is quite the monstrous cannon, and I can straight shoot if I want to. All I have to do is remove that trap door, and then come over here and enable this, and then it'll just straight shoot from here. And that's pretty nice, I guess, if you want to straight shoot. But yeah, this is quite the cannon, guys. It really is. It can be adjusted to virtually anywhere on this area. It can shoot, I think it can shoot 35 chunks ish, so it's pretty nice. And as I said, it can pseudo and whatnot. So yeah, it's quite the cannon, and it's pretty compact for certain button spammers, because most button spammers are 2 identical cannons, both 1 second autos, or not 1 second autos at all, and they're just side by side with each other, and then they triangulate to a certain spot and they fire. But yeah, this is nice and compact. Very nice, very nice. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Raiderpint, guys. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.